Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try the run. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle, it's gathered. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe you can make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. So the USC Trojans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
He's got his man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you've got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. And everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown Trojans! Then they strike first.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receivers. On the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones. Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that.
Gonna take a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now from inside the red zone. Pulls it in. It's Gathers. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Man, what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but it's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Kentucky.
Intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Finds a man by himself. Touchdown ball! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He was open. He would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. On second down, he'll let it fly. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. First down here for the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Discards a man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give them the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live the...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but...
Going over the top. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Off the RPO, complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum.
And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touch pass. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They keep attacking through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Makes a connection. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Catch in the middle. It's Gathers. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Vols want to move quickly. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yes, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
He wants to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw on third and short. Shoots it to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Starting to feel a little pressure. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown ball. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
And it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
On second down, wants to throw. He's right on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That's a live ball. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Red pass, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a third down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Got a man. It's Gathers. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Gives it to the back on the draw. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Looking deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the beatdown has ensued. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going to it. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down and brings up 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Getting to, and here's a fumble way behind the line.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. and the offense pounces back on it.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on third and long. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. No.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Touchdown, USC! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Barnes. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Volunteers racing to the line in a hurry up. He's going to pass on second down. It's complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. On second down, just keeps firing. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt, it's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards, so I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, in the stats.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's from the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Turner. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Power ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Bye.